And I had always thought before I was a Christian that if I could succeed at skiing, then everything else in my life would line up, that I would have all that I need. And right around the time when I became a Christian, God had blessed me in my skiing to a pivotal point, to the point where I was always striving to get. My name was starting to become more recognized, and I was starting to make some money at what I was doing. And I realize now, I didn't realize it so much back then, but I realize now that my life was a mess. Emotionally, mentally, my life was a mess. And I think that for a lot of people, that when they reach a certain point where they say, if I can get to this point, then everything will be together, and they don't have Christ, they realize once they get there that it's not satisfying, it's not fulfilling. And I had reached that point for the most part that I was striving for, but I realize now that skiing doesn't tell me how to live a successful life. It doesn't give me the tools that I need to walk a healthy, productive, happy, fulfilling life, And all skiing is synthetic. It's not anything that's really, that can alter my soul, who I am, and how I think, and give me directions and guidance. And so I was really lost. Before I accepted Christ, I was really lost, and I didn't have any real solid, concrete way of thinking, except I knew how to pursue skiing, and I knew how to make choices to try to better myself in skiing. But as far as on how to live a healthy, positive life for myself and for others, I had no clue. And that's because only God can really give us those insights.
Everybody's scared of death. So, at some point in time, everyone's going to face that. And it's just a matter of time before you face it. So, I just encourage you that you don't have to be a minister to tell people about Christ. And that, if you're a plumber, or if you're, let's say somebody that hangs sheetrock, or a painter, or a construction worker, or, whatever it is that you do, you should be able to share Christ with your friends. And I'm not saying just so much preach it at them. I'm saying, through your everyday walk, through your actions to them, and the way you treat them, and, putting them first instead of you. People see those kind of things, and people want to know more about those things, and they see the difference in you, and they want to see that joy that the Lord gives, and when they see it, they want it. So, it's not about the things that you can and the things that you can't do, but it's more about the way that your walk with God, your relationship.
Glad that I found the path that I chose. I'm glad I found Jesus. I'm glad that I accept Him into my life. Things would have been a lot different for me if I didn't accept Him, and I know that, and I really hope that other people can find it in their hearts to somehow get led down the right path, accept Jesus into their life as their Lord and Savior, do the right things, enjoy life while we're on earth, pass the word.
Everybody's been given a gift from God, and you choose to do what you want with it, which is even more wonderful.
You just need to go out there and do what you love to do, and that's all we're doing. We love these super bikes, we love these motorcycles, and we have certain talents for this stuff, and racing and riding and going fast on these things, and it's cool. You don't have to be a Christian doesn't mean that you're not going to have fun anymore. It's absolute opposite. That's such a big lie that is sold. It's just ridiculous. I have more joy and peace in my life now 100 times more than I ever had before I knew Christ. And I get to go out and race motorcycles and do all kinds of cool extreme stuff and have fun doing it, and it's all good. And you don't have to be a nerd and sit at home and be in church 7 days a week, to know Christ.